I'm Akash, and welcome to my YouTube channel. The French language has a great influence on English, as 30% of the English vocabulary came directly from French, specifically after the Norman conquest of England in 1066. So, there are many French phrases that we use in our daily English usage, and most of us don't know that they are from French. So, here are the most common French phrases that we use today in English. After watching this video, you can easily recognize these phrases next time when you come across them. Comment down below how many of these French phrases you've known. Now, let's take a look at the phrases you never knew came from French. We begin with bon voyage, which is a fairly common one that means have a good trip. In the same way, we have bon appétit, which means have a good meal. So voyage is like a voyage, which is a trip, and appétit is very similar to the English word appetite, which would be hunger or, wanting food. So bon voyage, have a good trip, bon appétit, have a good meal. Our next one is coup d'état, which is a term for the sudden overthrowing of a government and the seizure of power. This is a fairly common one, say, in the news. When an event like this happens, you'll very often see the term coup d'état being used to describe them. Next is à la carte. This means ordering item-wise on a menu at a restaurant. The opposite is a buffet, where you can just eat whatever you want to eat just right there. The item system that most menus use in restaurants, that is à la carte. Our next one is cul-de-sac, and cul-de-sac means dead end. Now, basically, this refers to the sort of place where it's a dead end at the end of a road, and usually you have a sort of a whole plain of houses just around it. Now, that is what a cul-de-sac is. So let's take a look at our next one, which is déjà vu. Now, déjà vu is basically the feeling that you have already seen or experienced that before somewhere. I don't remember where, but I think I've seen that before. And there's also an opposite feeling, which is jamais vu. And jamais vu is the feeling that you have never seen or experienced something like that before, even if you already have. So déjà vu and jamais vu are complete opposites, but it's very important to get to know which one is which. Our next one is faux pas, which refers to a wrong step or a grave mistake. Now, faux pas is French for false step, so yeah, you can see where this goes. So, faux pas is basically making the wrong move. The next one is fairly common in mail. In email, for example, you may as well find RSVP written at the end. RSVP means Répondez s'il vous plaît, which is French for respond if it pleases you. Well, really, this mostly just means please reply to this invitation, as an example. That's basically what RSVP means, Répondez s'il vous plaît, which means please reply. So, that is what someone is telling you if they write RSVP in an email, which is just, please reply. Our next one is chargé d'affaires. And chargé d'affaires is basically a high-ranking diplomatic official, say in an embassy, who is in charge of affairs. Literally, that is literally what it means. Chargé d'affaires means charge of affairs. So that is literally what this diplomatic official does. They're in charge of the affairs of wherever they are, say an embassy or a consulate, and they will run most of those operations. Let's take a look at our next one, which is tête-à-tête. Tête-à-tête means a private conversation between two people. So if someone is inviting you to a tête-à-tête, it's pretty much just a private meeting for the both of you to discuss something that's very important. And finally, our last French phrase is en masse, which means doing together or as a group. Now, this is usually used in terms of actions that pretty much will be done by a lot of people all as a mass as once. And that's what en masse means, literally in French, en masse. Another term for this would be en bloc, but en masse is usually the most common form. Those are all of the English phrases that you never knew were actually from French. Thanks so much for watching. Love you, Akash.